Hello everybody, welcome to Excel with courses. So today we're going to talk about an application we developed. So this application of course developed in Excel, VBA, um, designed as it says here in the description for inbound and returns. It has outperformed all the tasks that's been given to it, to be fair, and it's amazing to know how much you can push Excel to produce these applications and to exceed expectations alongside the other applications in the business. So in this section I'm going to talk you through the capabilities of this application, and we're going to go through all these fields and what it does and how it does it, and its capabilities in searching, because it's not just about inputting. This is all about documenting and taking care of all the records, and you make sure that it's easy to get hold of those documentations when a customer sends a request, as well as taking care of the productivity. You need to know how many items or boxes received over, let's say, the day or a month or any given year. It's very important to know those numbers. So let's go through the sections. This is just the description of the application here on the top, and here is the productivity section where it can tells you how many were received today and this month for October, for instance, and for the year of 2024, and you can choose, let's say, if you've been using this for 5-6 years, and you say you can choose which year and which month, and this is the total for the current year. So we've got a couple of fields here. So we have the scan, where you can actually scan with the scanner, and the beauty of this is we've incorporated some of the, let's say, DHL, Everys, some of the most couriers that the UK use. Some of the barcodes, when you scan them, it comes up with a lot of jargon inside it. And let's say for instance, Every, when you scan a barcode, it comes with a postcode with it. But unfortunately, when you get an inquiry from a customer looking for something, is only going to give you a tracking number. So this system basically filters all that jargon and puts just the tracking number. Next, we've got comment. Put any comment if a box is damaged, or any hazardous material or anything like that. And here, the next section, you're going to put the postcode where it came from if necessary, or otherwise you can leave it blank. There are mandatory fields. So you say you have, the system will ask you, I will show you in a bit, the system will ask you to put a scan because you need that tracking number. It won't ask you for comments, but it will ask you for, let's say, for the brand, where it comes from, and the courier that brought it in. These are mandatory fields, so you have to input them. You can change any of these fields the way you want, and you can change basically the urgency that you have to use those things. If they are not mandatory, you can remove that from the system, and it's not going to ask you for it. This is for where is it going once it comes in. I've just put floors here, for instance. You got all the floors. Now we have the search dates here. So when you go to search date, let's say you search from any date, let's say from the 7th, or let's say from the 5th of September 24. You don't have to be exactly precise 2024, because it does it for you anyway. Let's say to the current, maybe no, let's say to the 10th of October 24. You can give it any date in the future. It doesn't matter, because it will tolerate that. And you press search, and it gives you all basically the records that have been received between those two dates. which is very, very important. And it gives you the total as well here, 14. The next bit, we're going to have a map eventually displaying here. It tells you exactly where those records come from, but that will come later. We'll just close it and it goes away. There is no harm, you don't do anything. You can press anywhere you want. It just doesn't give you any errors. It's so efficient. Now we're going to talk about the search bar. Let's say I want to search by tracking number. Let's say I want, let's say 21210. Let's say, yeah, you can just give it 2. You can give it more than 2. You can give it the whole number. It does not really matter. So you can actually search by floor. So let's say I delivered it to the floor. Let's say the 3rd floor department, this was received. Or you can just leave it blank and just press search, and it's going to give you all those numbers that matches your search criteria. So you've got 2 numbers here matching search criteria, and it exactly displays the 2 records found. So it narrows down your search, or you can just put the entire number basically. So let's say we search in this number. We want exactly this number, and it's going to return you the exact number if you want to. If you want to exclude all the other results, just give you more details, basically 21, 21, and then 2, 0. Let's say we're going to stop there, and we're going to do that. It says you have one record, the exact record. So if you want to come out of this mode, which is a search mode, you can just reset. I want to get all the results that have been received for Louis Vuitton, for instance. So we're going to search by brand. So we're just going to go by brand, and we're going to go and type in Louis Vuitton, or Louis, just enough. It's going to give you all the article numbers that have been received for Louis Vuitton, and it's going to say you've got 2 records there. It's as simple as that. The last but not least is the productivity. So today we have received 4, and it's true we have received only 4, for instance. And if you want to choose, let's say September, it's going to say we only had 3 parcels for September, which is exactly these 3. And for the whole year we received 14 for all 2024. You can change the year. For 2023 we've got nothing, but for today it still says 4. Let's say for August we still don't have anything here for 2023, but if you do, let's say you have thousands and thousands of lines, then this is really great, as well as the search here. We've got hide form, is to hide the form, and this is basically Excel. You can launch it again. There is nothing you can do to basically alter it, or so here you cannot get access to anything. It's all password protected, so if you give it to your staff and they want to work on it, and it's absolutely fine. The beauty of this is you can put it, let's say, in Teams, in share folders, and all of them can input separately the data, and it gets updated instantly. So they all can share this folder, and they can work from different computers, because I have tried it, work from different computers, and it will work. So we're going to talk about the mandatory fields. Let's say you didn't put anything in scan, you didn't scan, you just put comments here, blah 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 blah, there, and then you're going to say that's all the information I want. I'm going to press save. So then this will come up and you say yes, please save. Then another message says please select a courier name from the drop down. So it's going to select the courier name. It's asking you for this mandatory courier name, for instance. Then it will jump to it's going to ask you for the scan. It will ask you for the brand name. So anything, you cannot move without giving those important information. It doesn't end there. We've got more. So we've got the, if you want to print a record, for instance, say you want to take it up to the person, let's say this is your post room, and you want to deliver it to a person or an office, and you want to get a signature here. So what you do is just prep the list. So do you want to add to the list? So this is a selected one, so select one and add it to the list. So it gives it to you here. So do you want to add it to the list? And you just say yes, it adds it to the list. Let's say I want the Louis Vuitton, I want to deliver the Louis Vuitton. We're just going to say yes please, and the next Louis Vuitton, and we just say yes. So you created the list. Now we need to print that list, so we're going to go to print. So once you are in print, it's going to give you the sheet, which is the records you have selected, and you either choose to print them to get those ID numbers, so you can put them in the system later on, or you can just say sorry, I changed my mind, I want to close the print view and add more. So you can close, and a message appears. Is gonna ask you, do you want to clear this form or not? So no, I just want to add more, so I'm just going to say no. Then I will add something else. I want to add, let's say, this one, and I'm going to add, let's say, the Chanel one, and say yes. So then I'll go back to the form, and in the form is gonna show me what I have added. So at that point I can print, or I can close the print view again. Let's say I just changed my mind, I don't want to print anything, so I'm just gonna basically cancel it completely. So do you want to clear this form? I just say yes. So when you go back to the print form, it'll show it's completely empty. So we're just going to close that, and yes, we're going to clear the form, and we're going to go back to our original screen. So just to show you basically the back of this programming here, of this application. So we're just going to press hide form, going to go to the application, and I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to unprotect the workbook. Hide, so this is just the database where it is, it puts a timestamp, all that data is inserted here. Then we're going to go to unhide more, and we're going to see the print section. This is where actually it stores all the printed all the records to be printed. So the search data, so when you type in, when you do a search, it actually displays them here, then it brings them up on the list. And the last one is the support. So in the support sheet, it has basically all the fields from the drop downs and all the way. So this is the list where from when you search something, and basically it's so efficient, so easy, so simple. Of course, everything is locked as soon as you launch something. If all these, they're gonna lock and you cannot access them, and no one can access them, in fact. So if we go to, let's say, Alt F11, and we're gonna go to the modules, for instance. So this is basically all the code that's monitoring that application. and you've got a couple of forms here. So this is the main form. Then you've got other user forms that have been used, let's say, for the search. It's a very good application. So I hope you really enjoyed this demonstration. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please look out for future videos detailing how did I write this and all the code behind it. So I'll see you next time.